SGI President Ikeda's encouragement for the future division. Building a bright future based on our vow, exploring the lives of Nichiren Daishonin's disciples, the lay nun Myoichi. Walking the great path of mentor and disciple to usher in spring for humanity. Youth are hope. They are the treasures of humanity and the builders of the future. My mentor, second Soka Gakkai President Josei Toda, had infinite faith in young people, declaring, "A new age will be created by the passion and power of youth, and youth, just one of you stand, a second and then a third will definitely follow." Mr. Toda entrusted the youth with realizing worldwide Kasen Rufu to free all people from suffering, and with creating a new age in which magnificent flowers of peace, culture, and education would bloom based on the humanistic principles of Nichiren Buddhism. I have the same hopes for you. My dear friends of the future division, because you are the protagonists who will shape the 21st century and illuminate the 22nd century. Humanity is now standing at an important crossroads. The threat of nuclear weapons, climate change, epidemics, the refugee crisis, and many more pressing issues lie before us, demanding all the wisdom the world can summon. Hope for solving these problems is found in the passion and power of you, my young friends, who are studying your hardest and training yourselves day after day. Both the establishment of Nichiren Daishonin's teaching, and the Soka Gakkai's founding took place during a time when people were gripped by fear and suffering caused by the occurrence of natural disasters and armed conflict. Working to usher in a new spring for the people in a time of the bleakest winter is the proud starting point and mission of the Soka Gakkai. In this installment, let's study a passage from the Daishonin's writing, "Winter always turns to spring," that has become a source of inspiration for members around the world. When the Daishonin encountered the Tatsunokuchi persecution and was later exiled to Sado Island, his disciples were also persecuted by the authorities, and many of them abandoned their faith. But the lay nun Myoichi and her husband, who lived in Kamakura, continued to walk the path of mentor and disciple undaunted, even when their lands were confiscated. Triumphantly surmounting the trials of exile, the Daishonin was later pardoned. Sadly, Myoichi's husband did not live to see that day. Myoichi, who herself was in poor health, was left to care for their children, one of whom was sickly. Even under such difficult circumstances, however, she sent an attendant to assist the Daishonin along with sincere offerings. The Daishonin composed a heartfelt letter to encourage this dedicated disciple of pure and strong faith, writing, "Those who believe in the Lotus Sutra are as if in winter, but winter always turns to spring. Never, from ancient times on, has anyone seen or heard of winter turning back to autumn. Nor have we ever heard of a believer in the Lotus Sutra who turned into an ordinary, unenlightened, person. Winter always turns to spring, this is an unchanging law of nature. Winter never turns back into autumn." In the same way, those who sincerely devote themselves to faith in the mystic law throughout their lives will never remain deluded ordinary people. The Daishonin promises they will attain the life state of Buddhahood and triumphantly welcome a spring of happiness and victory. Just as cherry trees endure the cold of winter to burst beautifully in full bloom in spring, the bitter, testing challenges of winter make you strong and resilient. They promote the flowering of your potential and the fruition of wonderful achievements. You may not be able to see how much you are developing during those trying winters, but your lives are steadily moving forward in a rhythm of ceaseless inner growth. I hope you will challenge yourselves during life's winters to cultivate strength and ability, polish your hearts and minds, and spread wide the wings of your dreams and ideals. Herein lies the key for winning in your youth. As the Daishonin says, those who believe in the Lotus Sutra are as if in winter. Your Buddhist practice, chanting Nam-myoho Renge-kyo, enables you to make the causes for your growth and victory amid the harshest winter. I assure you that those who continue to chant Nam-myoho Renge-kyo will never become unhappy. A great human revolution in just a single individual will help achieve a change in the destiny of a nation and, further, will enable a change in the destiny of all humankind. This is the theme I have reiterated for more than half a century in my novels The Human Revolution and The New Human Revolution. One person's drama of human revolution, transforming a winter of suffering into a spring of victory, can also usher in a brilliant spring for their family, society, land where they dwell, and eventually all humanity. Therefore, by triumphing over your present problems, you will not only achieve victory in your own young lives, but also contribute to the happiness and peace of others as well. Aurelio Perche, 1908 to 1984, the co-founder of the global think tank Club of Rome, agreed on the importance of this concept of human revolution. He said to me that while there is a limit to economic growth, there is no limit to human learning. He also affirmed, our external resources are limited, but our inner riches are boundless. They are completely undeveloped. Human revolution is the means for tapping them. Dr. Perche also had the highest hopes for young people, creators of the future. The first Future Division group for our young successors was formed in 1964. Wishing to entrust the future to the next generation, I established it in the year that I traveled to countries in Asia, Oceania, Europe and began writing the Human Revolution. Today, graduates of the Future Division are making outstanding contributions around the world as champions of human revolution. You, the current members of the Future Division, are pioneering successors who will determine the eternal flow of our movement for Kasenrofu as we head towards the Soka Gakkai's centennial in 2030, and further toward the 22nd century and far beyond. I entrust the future of the Soka Gakkai and the world to you. Please advance cheerfully on this noble path of youth dedicated to ushering in spring for all humanity, forever together with me and your fellow members around the globe.